Hello and welcome to your messages from Spirit. Okay, what guidance do you have for the collective spirit? This week's energy is about emphasizing renewal and clarity, encouraging you to reflect on your inner truth, release doubts or burdens that may be holding you back, and it's a good time to listen to your intuition, to ground yourself, and to embrace fresh perspectives. So you can even just go outside, right? Go outside, walk barefoot in the grass. You can even walk barefoot in the dirt, right? Just touch ground. Walk amongst the trees. I go out every morning and I drink my coffee in my little garden area. I water my trees and my plants. And I just sit out there and take time for myself, right? All right, no jumpers. Let's see. What do we have? Time 41, which is a 5, which is change. So time could be, is it slipping away? Do you feel like it's slipping away for you? Do you feel like you have a lot of time? Um, it could be that you're feeling like it's slipping out of your hands, but really there is time, right? Trust your intuition. Is your intuition telling you that you're running out of time, that you need to make a more of an effort with your time? Or is it fear that is telling you you're running out of time, right? There's a difference between fear and intuition. You trust your instincts. What is it telling you? And you can ask for assistance, right? You can ask spirit, okay, so this is how I'm feeling. Give me some guidance, please. And then wait for the guidance to come in, right? Look for synchronicities. And then you can also um, increase, that's how you can increase your mindfulness, right? But you want to be open to what's coming in because you want to heal emotionally, right? We're in Gemini season right now, and next comes Cancer, and Cancer is coming up in the next week or so. And that's going to release a lot of our emotions, right? We're going to become sensitive. Cancers are very nurturing. Cancers are somewhat emotional, especially when I want to say Mars is going to be in Cancer. I'm sorry, Mercury is going to be in Cancer, retrograde in Cancer. So there's going to be some chaos that's coming along, and it's going to cause you to be oversensitive and emotional. So right now, prepare for that, right? Power. That's a number 46, which is a 10, which is an ending. So before I pulled that power card, I was thinking about having more of a hold on your connection with your higher self and with others. So that's about that power, right? Holding on to the power you have for your own insight, for your own intuition, and trust that process that's happening right now. Allow yourselves to be open to this new growth and this transformation. It's just all about trusting right now, right? Trusting your intuition, trusting what's coming in, grounding yourself, being patient, right? And then on the bottom, you have meditate. That's like grounding yourself, right? Number 40, which is a 4. And the 4 is the Emperor. And the Emperor is about, is Aries, right? And Aries is what's best for myself. So do things that are good for yourself. With the Sunday morning coffee, we're going to start writing down, we can start writing down in our journals. What are we feeling this morning? What is it that I can release? And what is it that I need to focus on, right? So those two things, releasing and focusing. And so I'm going to start writing in my journal every day. And I'm going to do those same things. What do I need to release? And what do I need to focus on? So on Sunday, when we have our next morning coffee, let's talk about those things. Let's talk about what it is that you wrote down, and I'll share what I wrote down. Okay, Spirit. What guidance do you have for the collective? And then I believe I'm going to draw some cards, a couple of cards for each sign, so we can see what each sign is doing this week or this period. I didn't do a monthly reading this month, so we'll do that. Okay, so those are the only jumpers we have. All right, so we have Nine of Wands. Okay. The Magician and the Two of Swords. So I was guided to there was 3 cards, to put 1 card on each oracle. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom, which is about working, right? We're doing some work right now. We're getting a lot of things done. We're putting in that effort. So with this time, you've been working on this, right? You've been doing some things. With this Nine of Wands, he has all those things, all those wands and behind him are done, and he's ready to conquer whatever it is that he needs to conquer right now. And it's hard. That's why he has that bandage around his head, which is simulating that he's been working hard and he's taken his licks that he needed to take, right? And then with the power, you have the tools. You have the tools to hold on to that power, to trust your intuition, to ground yourself and embrace those fresh perspectives, right? So that you can be open to the new growth and the transformation that's coming in. And then with the meditate, you have the Two of Swords, which with this Two of Swords, she's blindfolded. She's trying to listen to her intuition, but she has her arms crossed. She's crossing her heart. So be open to what's coming in. Be open to what you're feeling. If you're feeling stuck, take time, right? Pause. Take a minute to see what's coming in and be open to that information, right? Be open to what the universe is bringing you. I just saw the Four of Cups, right? The Four of Cups is in the Rider-Waite. There's someone sitting with their legs crossed, looking at these 3 cups that are presenting themselves there. So that's showing what you've already accomplished, but not seeing with your peripheral vision that the universe is bringing something in for you. The universe is trying to show you something. So be open with that. Okay. So let's start with Gemini. Let's draw a couple cards for Gemini. Okay. You know what? I want to do an oracle card and a couple of tarot for each side. What guidance do you have for Gemini, Spirit, for this next period, this next week or so? So we have say yes to the open door. So what's coming in for you, Gemini? Say yes to it. Be open to it. It's number 22, which is the master builder, right? What are you building? What are you working on? What is it that you want to accomplish? Temperance, 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. So be patient with what's happening right now. You're needing to be open to what's coming in. You've communicated what you want. You've worked really hard on things. And now you need to be open to what's coming in and say yes to that open door, right? Say yes to the signs and synchronicities. Say yes to the opportunities that are coming towards you. You have the tools. Trust your intuition, right? You've been working really, really hard. Continue to do that, okay? All right, Gemini, this is your time right now. There's been a lot of issues with communication in the past week. So I'm feeling like you need to trust your communication with yourself, right? Okay. Cancer. What guidance do we have for Cancer? You are perfectly imperfect. Number 37, which is a 7, which is the Chariot. Okay, Cancer. So don't be so hard on yourself, right? You are here to nurture everybody else, but you also need to nurture yourself, right? Take time to meditate, trust your intuition. You've been working really, really hard. You have the time. Take the time. Take back your power. The Sun, the Page of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Magician again. So there is happiness that's coming your way, right? You have the excitement, or you need to bring back the excitement, that childlike excitement, right? Um, and that childlike excitement for your passions. You need to not focus so much on the little pains from the past. Work through those, process them, feel them, right? And then take the lessons learned from them and then move forward. You have the Magician again, and she's holding up flowers. I see all these little potions, right? Take time for yourself, beautify yourself, make yourself feel good, smell good, right? Um, I just heard moisturize. I don't know why I needed to say that. Maybe you like all your senses, right? Smell, sight, feelings, right? But you have all the tools to get all this done. You just need to take that time and trust yourself. Um, Reflect on your inner truth and release those doubts and those burdens, right? All right. Leo. There is a card upside down. Ah, this is another card. The High Priest. Okay. This is a special message for Leo. The High Priest from another deck. Intend and create. What are you creating, Leo? Someone needed to hear that. Okay. We have, you decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me, right? So those signs and synchronicities, right? Why did it come to your mind? It came to your mind for a reason, so follow that intuition, right? Use that High Priestess, which is like the hermit, the knowledge and experience. Use that information that you have from your lessons learned. You have the tools, trust that intuition. Leos are pretty confident. And if you're not feeling confident, then take that power back and be confident again. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, like I was saying, you're kind of holding yourself back. Some of you might be holding yourself back. Take that power back. This is fated and destined. So I just heard this pause, this feeling that you need to like maybe slow down a little bit, right? You planted the seeds, you're waiting for them to come in. So this Ten of Wands is about an ending, and it's related to this power, which is also a 10. But you're taking everything that you did, right? You've been working on all kinds of things, and now you're taking what you worked on and you're using it, right? So that you can release it, right? In order for abundance to come in, we have to release some things so that more abundance can come in. So I'm hearing that's what you're doing right now. This is a fated and destined time for you, Leo. Trust your intuition. Trust that the universe is on your side, and this is a time for you to reevaluate, right? To embrace those fresh perspectives. It's clarity, so you're clearing things out, right? Okay, Virgo. What's the guidance for Virgo this week, Spirit? Thus one journeys to the stars. So you're moving right now. You're on a move. This is a number 28, which is also a 10. So you're moving towards an ending so that you could have a new beginning. And what guidance from the tarot for Virgo, please, Spirit? So that's the Four of Cups. Remember, we talked about the Four of Cups at the beginning. You have the King of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Again, like Leo, you're seeing everything that you've done, right? But you're wanting to build more of a foundation, more of a structure. You're wanting to be more secure. You've asked for things, but you need to be open to what's coming in. When we ask, let's say I ask to be more gentle with myself, right? What can I do to be gentle with myself? And then I have to be open to what's coming in from spirit. Don't have expectations. Don't say, this is what I want to do, and then expect spirit to tell you that. If you want to do it, just do it, right? But if you're asking, if you're manifesting, be open to what's coming in. And then take those things. You worked hard. Now you're taking what you learned or what you worked on, and you're applying it just like Leo is doing, right? And trust your intuition. You have the tools, and be open to what's coming in from spirit. Okay, Virgo? All right, Libra. What advice do you have for Libra? Okay, some jumpers for Libra. So we have cut away what no longer serves you or what's no longer needed, and then to be enlightened, lightened up. So chill out, Libra. I'm a Libra, so sometimes we get a little bit stressed out. And I can see stressing out by cutting away things that we that no longer serves us, right? We might be used to those things. It might be some type of comfort in that, but maybe we don't need it anymore, so we should cut it out. And then lighten up is a 29 card. Oh, that's a lot of cards. So there's a big message for Libra. 2 oracle cards and a grip of tarot cards here. So the 3 of Pentacles, the Strength card, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. So lots of work, but there's some healing that needs to be done here. Fill your own cup of love. Give yourself that strength that you need. You're on a mission, right? And it's a little bit of a struggle, but you're going to have a happy ending, right? You have the 4 of Wands here. So trust that you're on the right path, right? Lighten up, like Spirit says here, and cut away what no longer serves you. If it's causing you a lot of stress, then it's not. There's no reason to keep it, right? You maybe it saw its what is its expiration, right? So be open to releasing what no longer serves you, and lighten up, chill out, Libra. Okay. All right, Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio? I am galactic starseed blooming. Number 17, which is an 8, which is about strength. So what are you sharing, or what is it that you want to share with others? This is about that personal growth, right? That enlightenment that's coming in, that deeper connection with yourself. You have the Queen of Swords, which is about discernment, right? You have the Devil, the Fool, and the Knight of Swords. So I just heard a decision to, okay, the Devil is about inhibiting yourself. So you're in the process of making that decision to not inhibit yourself, right? You want to listen to your intuition. You want to ground yourself, and you want to release your doubts and your burdens, because you're on there's going to be a new journey. There's a new path, right? This personal growth for you. And with that Queen of Swords, she knows how to cut through the crap, right? That's a Libra card, so it's about balance, but it's also about um, wanting to make the right decision and knowing. Sometimes I just know when somebody's lying to me, right? So I think you guys, whoever this is resonating with, knows that too. Okay, so Sagittarius. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. So, in this process of growing, Sagittarius, I just heard the comfort zone. That is what's being challenged for you right now. That is what's being renewed, and that's what you need to clarify is your comfort zone. And you need to step out of your comfort zone, step out of that box, right? Embrace the new perspective that's coming through. You have the Four of Pentacles, align your head and your heart, the Eight of Swords, the Hangman, and the Three of Cups. So align your head and your heart, release your inhibitions, see things from a different perspective, and then you can bring all those things together. So you're used to doing things in a certain way because that has brought you comfort, that has brought you ease, I just heard. But see things in a different perspective, align your head and your heart, trust that you are clarifying some things and some new personal growth is coming through, right? Trust yourself, okay, Sagittarius? And Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn? Okay. The Alchemical Artist. Whoa. And the Hero of Your Cosmic Journey. So we have 2 cards for Capricorn. So you're creating some things, and that sword is down in the ground, right? Truth. So create new things based on truth. Use all those tools that you have available to you. You're a very hard worker, but you need to concentrate on you too, right? Not just the work. See things from a different perspective. Hangman, you have the Hermit, you have the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So Capricorn, this is about giving yourself the love that you need, right? Continue to work hard. I'm not telling you not to work hard. You have the Eight of Pentacles here, but you need to see things differently, like Sagittarius, right? There's something new. You're growing, you're evolving, and you need to be open to that evolution. The Hermit, you have the knowledge and experience. Trust it, right? And then if you need to slow down and pause, do that too, so that you can get that clarity that you need and get the ball rolling with this new journey or this new growth that you're on. Okay, Aquarius. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. So this new cycle that's coming through, this new growth, this transformation, it's an opportunity for you, Aquarius. Aquariuses are very deep, and I just heard that you need to be a little more trusting right now that what's coming through is for you. So you have the Seven of Cups, the Fool, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So lots of cups, lots of love. So the Seven of Cups is about choices, but you have the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about see what's coming in. Is there love coming in for you, Aquarius? There's a new journey, this new personal growth, this new opportunity for you. What's that inner truth that you're working on? And the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, right? What did you do before, and what is it that you want to do now? Do you want to keep some of those things with you and take with you forward? I feel love is coming in for you, Aquarius, and you need to ground yourself, be open to it. This is a new journey. Are you dating? Is somebody dating? Is somebody renewing the relationship that they're already in? How exciting. Okay, so I see love for Aquarius. All right, Pisces. Your 111-year-old self. All right, so you have a lot of knowledge and experience, Pisces. I just heard from many different lifetimes, right? Our soul has more information or more experiences than we've experienced in this life on Earth right now. So, what would your 111-year-old self tell you if you were an ascended master and someone asked you, what would you tell them? And use that um, guidance for yourself, right? So, Spirit is saying, trust your intuition, trust that knowledge and experience that you have. Three of Pentacles. You're working on some things. You are possibly collaborating with something or with some people or on something. Um, Manifest, right? You're moving forward. The King of Swords is very discerning. So trust that you're going to make the right decision in your forward movement. The Knight of Swords moves really fast, very direct, very impatient. You have the tools, right? And you have the power here. So trust that and I just heard realistic with your manifestations. Just trust that you know what's best for yourself. Okay. Aries. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. So the universe wants to work with you. We have Saturn in Aries. Neptune's going to be in Aries. There's going to be a lot of activity going on in Aries if there isn't already. So there's a lot of action, right? Mars rules Aries, and that's the action planet. So are you wanting to take some action right now, but maybe you need to um, ground yourself? Don't be so impulsive, right? Um, Release whatever's holding you back. I don't really feel like something's holding you back so much as you just want to do the right thing, is what I just heard. Nine of Cups. Knight of Cups. Five of Wands. And Temperance. So you're very confident right now, Aries. And because this is with all the planets that are in your sign, I think you're just feeling a little excited right now, right? But you need to be patient. You need to balance your excitement and your desire to maybe be impulsive, right? Take your time, ground yourself, wait for that clarification, trust your intuition. I just heard that you're maybe wanting to be a little bit or you're being a little bit impatient because this has been a little bit of a struggle for you, and you want to get through that struggle, right? You want to get past that. You've been doing the work, but with this Nine of Cups, which is about confidence and success and achievement, you need to. She's sitting there and she's taking her time, right? She's not in a hurry, so be patient. It'll come. I just heard in due time. Okay, Taurus. What guidance do we have for Taurus? Memento mori. There might not be a someday. That is about that sometimes I just heard life is short, right? And I'm not trying to be morbid with that. I'm just saying that sometimes we shouldn't wait for what's coming in, right? This clarity and this renewal, this growth and transformation is coming through. And Taurus wants to be grounded, wants to be stable. Tauruses can be sometimes be impatient, right? So be mindful of your energy. Be mindful of what you need, right? You have the Queen of Swords there. You have the Devil, the Six of Wands, and the King of Cups. So I just heard this could be about a love relationship. And you have the Moon on the bottom. So there's some healing that needs to be done there, right? The Moon is about duality. And release yourself from those chains. So be discerning, make the decision, trust yourself, cut through the crap that's coming through. There may not be a someday, but you don't want to go too fast, but then you don't want to wait too long, right? King of Cups, you know what it is that you want out of love. You know what it is, how to get it. So go for it, right? You have the tools, trust your intuition. You've been working on yourself. You got your power. You got everything you need. Okay, Taurus? Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, please share it with them. And don't forget to smash that like button so that others can hear this message as well. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, there's a link in the description box below. And until next time, have a good day.